Hey guys, CBI Prinsu again with another install video. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to mount the brand new window panel for the Prinsu Pro Rack for the Toyota FJ Cruiser. Let's get to it. Alrighty guys, so before we get to it, let's do a little double check and make sure that we have actually all of our parts and components here and all of our tools that we're going to need for this job. So per side, you're going to have a window panel, you're going to have a base mounting bracket, you're going to have a suction cup of each size, you're going to have a 4-inch and a 2-inch suction cup, and you're going to have one vinyl decal per side. You're going to have your hardware in your bag, and that's it. Tools that you're going to want for this job, you're probably going to want a drill, you're going to want a 5/32 Allen key, you're going to want a 3/16 Allen key. If you have these socket adapters, it is nice to have a 3/8" ratchet and a 13mm wrench. So let's get to it. In order to mount, we're gonna start off with our base mounting bracket here for the window panel. It's pretty easy how you install it. Basically, all we're gonna do with the pre-existing roof rack is we're gonna remove all these 1-inch long 1/4-20 screws to here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna overlay our base mounting bracket over top of that side rail and then replace those screws that are already there and just cinch them down. And then we're ready to throw on the window panel. So before we start removing these screws and dropping these crossbars, what we usually like to do is we like to put something up underneath the crossbars. That way when they drop, they're not hitting your roof and not damaging the paint at all. So usually what we do, we whip out pipe insulation like this. You can use a towel, t-shirt, whatever you have at home, but it is good. That way you don't damage your vehicle whatsoever. Now we're ready to start taking out these crossbars. So again, you're gonna wanna grab your 5/32 Allen key, then you're gonna wanna start removing all those fasteners. Okay guys, so before we actually attach that panel to our base mounting bracket that we have installed, what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna prep the panel just a little bit with our suction cups that are gonna come in the kit. Per side, you're gonna get a 4-inch wide suction cup and you're gonna get a 2-inch wide suction cup. So on the panel itself, there are gonna be specific positions where these suction cups are gonna wanna go, okay? So when we take a look here, the 2-inch suction cup is gonna index off of this hole here. And the 4-inch suction cup is gonna index off of this hole here. So, in your hardware kit, you're gonna get these 1/2-inch long 1/4-20 screws with corresponding washers, and that is what you're gonna use to attach these suction cups to the back side of this panel. So, we'll start here, make it a little easier here for us, by putting the suction cup on the back and attaching the 1/4-20 screw like so. Grab our 4-inch one. And we'll attach it like so. So pro tip here too guys, you're not gonna wanna tighten down these fasteners completely because this will allow the suction cup to kind of conform to the curvature of the vehicle. Once we actually have the suction cups placed and sucked down, then we can tighten in those fasteners so that they sit there perfect. Before we actually get the panel up here and before we suction cup those cups down, we're gonna wanna prep the surface. You're gonna wanna make sure you have an extremely clean window. And for that smaller suction cup, it's actually going to suction onto the body panel itself. So you're gonna wanna make sure that area is clean so that we can put down a protective vinyl piece before we suction that cup onto the panel itself. Alrighty guys, so now here we are, we have the panel itself, we have it prepped with our suction cups on the rear. Now we're ready to actually attach it to the base mounting bracket. So for that, we included some 3/4-inch long 5/16/18 screws. Those are gonna correspond with these slots here into these threaded holes. And that's exactly how you're gonna mount it up. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your 3/16 Allen here and then just proceed to install it like so. Okay. Alrighty guys, now that we've got these started, Now we're gonna take a little bit of a pit stop here. We're not gonna fasten these down all the way because now what we need to do is we need to attach that protective vinyl to the body panel behind this smaller suction cup here. So in your kit, you're gonna have your vinyl. It's gonna be a small little circle cutout that's just barely bigger than the suction cup itself. As you can see, now that you have it loose, you can tell more or less where that suction cup is going to be applied onto your body panel. So what you're gonna wanna do, so you're going to want to remove said decal, like so. You're going to want to pull back that panel. You're going to want to apply that to your body panel. Make sure it sticks down really evenly, really well before you actually suck it onto it. The last thing you want to do is you want to pull that vinyl right back off and have it rub on your body panel or anything like that. So give it a couple seconds to make sure it adheres really well. And then once you're to that point, you're probably good. You can let the suction cup rest back down with the panel. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish tightening up these 5/16 screws, and then we're actually gonna suction the cups to the vehicle itself. Okay guys, now that we have those 5/16 screws all the way tightened in, it's gonna be naturally pressing this panel to the vehicle, which is what we want for the suction cups. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the suction cups and we're going to position the pumps in a place that's easy to reach with your hand. You're going to press the panel onto the vehicle like so. Proceed to pump the suction cup until it can't be pumped anymore. You'll realize when that pump is already recessed all the way. And once it's already to that point, it's done. So once it's done, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna grab your 5/32 Allen once again. And you're going to wanna tighten that down all the way. Like so. Same thing with this larger suction cup over the window now. You're gonna want to position that pump in a place where you can kind of reach it. Right here's pretty good for me. You're gonna wanna apply a decent amount of pressure to that panel and you're gonna wanna pump it. Usually happens pretty quick to where you can't pump it in anymore. Then once again, because we didn't tighten down that screw all the way, we're gonna grab our 5/32 Allen, we're gonna cinch it down. Alrighty guys, and that wraps it up for the installation for the Prinsu Pro window panel for the Toyota FJ Cruiser. As always guys, if you have any extra questions or anything, you can always reach out to our customer service. We're always gonna have installation instructions ready for you based off of our website. Now that we have the passenger side done, just so you guys know, it is gonna be exactly mirrored over on the driver's side as well, so installing these is gonna be the exact same process. Awesome guys, well thanks for watching, we'll see you out there.